Hi, I'm Mike of New Enough Dice. This is the Kerbal Space Program. Where are we? What are we doing? I don't know. That's not true. I do know. I'm going to turn off the user interface for a second. Alright, over that ridge. We've got my mining station and all that kind of stuff. This is... Steel Stakes 4 is what I'm calling it. But it's basically a very simple lander for getting Kerbals to the Mun, and it doesn't do anything else. It's got no science on it. It's fully fueled up, almost entirely fully fueled up, because the mission to get it here was so ridiculously overspec'd that I threw away tons of fuel just getting it here. It also has Mechjeb installed, which I haven't normally done. But I'm going to use it because I feel like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch using Mechjeb and see if I can get myself back to Kerbin. Really, just as a I don't know what that does. Just to see what happens, really. I should have enough delta V to get there. 1860. That should be enough. Right, so off we hop. So it should be interesting to see how quickly it gets me into orbit. Is it smart enough to realise that it's around the Mun and well, I guess so. It's throttling down a lot because it's approaching my apoapsis height, which is neat. Well, sorry, the apoapsis is approaching the apoapsis height. It's now looks like it's setting up for a circularization burn. Wow, I think I'm basically just I think it's basically just taking me straight up and then across. Well, not quite, but very close to doing that. So it's already time warping because it's now it's waiting to the circularization burn. So that's interesting. That's a lot. That's really not how I would have done this. I would have gone steeper much quicker because you don't need to go. It's not like going in an atmosphere where you have to go straight up as soon as get out of the soupy atmosphere and then turn. You can turn pretty much immediately, but never mind. So now we're circularizing. And so let it get on with that. There we go. Whoa, camera going wonky. I presume the camera going from not orbiting view to orbiting view. There we go. I think that's us. So I can now get rid of that. Now I want to go to the maneuver. No, not the maneuver. No, I want to go to the maneuver planner because there's an option here of return from a moon. So I've created a maneuver node. And actually help. Okay. Let's try circularize. After the last maneuver node. No, it didn't work. That's interesting. That didn't work. It's interesting that did not work. Removal nodes. We'll start that again. Return from a moon, because I read that you should be able to schedule these things, but I mean I don't mind if you can't. So we're going to execute the next node. So it's set up a sensible time to do this. That's interesting. The normal rule of thumb that I get for returning from the Mun is literally right at the point where you are directly facing Kerbin. But this is set one up which is about, I would say, 45 degrees from you know, the Mun's path of travel and pointing directly at Kerbin. It's kind of interesting. My eventual periapsis I can't see. Interesting. Okay. So we're warping along. This is probably about as I probably could have. Oh, we're about to go. So that's all right. I was about saying it'll take a while to warp there, but not so much. Looks like. So we'll finish that off. There we go. That looks like that's going to be going in some really weird direction, heading off that way. But I mean, I'm kind of sort of trusting it that it's not in fact stupid. There we go. Now I wonder if I'm not getting a periapsis because I'm in fact smashing into the ground. Doesn't look like I'm smashing into the ground. So we're oh no, I'm smashing into the ground. Okay, so fine-tune closest approach to target. 200 meters. I may or may not have to. Right, let's. Can I set? No, I don't want. I want Kerbin to be. Can I set Kerbin to be the target? Well, I can probably do it through Mech. We'll do it through. Oh, I can only choose Minimus. That's interesting. Interesting. Actually, I wonder if that was because I was focused on. Nope, I can only choose minimus. I can't. Oh, ah, ah. Oh, I hope I didn't break anything. Oh well. Right. So my problem is that I'm not getting. I'm getting a periapsis, which is very much underneath the planet. Which I suppose it might be heading. You know, saying return back from a planet, but I'm going to be smashing into the ground at this point, which is not what I want. I don't think that's going to help me. Interesting. So return from Mun has not given me the 100 kilometers of periapsis that I wanted. So I'm going to have to do an adjustment. Right, so I'm going to have to do a manual adjustment. Right, so we're going to add a maneuver, say about here. Because I did have a kind of plan which involved, well, it very much involved not crashing. So we'll actually just close all of this for now. And we'll use good old-fashioned precise node. It's been a while, precise node, but I still love you. Yeah, so my parry is there we go, that's what we wanted. My parry was very low. Bring that down. How much delta V do I have left? 800 odd. Well, actually, I might be better off waiting until I am closer to... I think I might have to wait. I think I should wait till the SOI change. So let's wait till the SOI change. Warp helper. SOI transition 10 seconds warp. When the SOI change happens, then I'm going to try adjusting my periapsis and stuff. So I'll actually, yeah, because I don't think it's giving me the information I need right now, because of not being in the right sphere of influence, so it's not quite sure where I am and what I'm doing. I'm still, I believe, over the Mun. Like, there's my Mun escape way over there. So something odd is going on at this point. Ah, there we go. Right, okay. So let's bring up precise node again. Now, I was kind of wanting to see if I could possibly circularize and get an orbit and land at the space center. Which is kind of a contingent on me knowing where the space center is. Is that us? Here we go. Alright, so... Okay. So I've picked the target, but I don't think I can make it work yet. Because I still need to not smash into the ground. Let's give it a precise note. We're going to do as much as I can, I think, with... Alright, let's get rid of that note. I'll bring up the maneuver planner again. So we finished return from a moon, so that's fine. So change periapsis. After a fixed time. I think I might be better off doing it my own way. I understand that, you see. Problem is, I'm going to be losing. I'm losing a whole bunch of delta V by doing this, which is a pain. There you go. 7,000 meters. Would I be better off moving that back? Yeah, okay. I can use much less delta V. In fact, oh, I can use way less delta V if I do it all the way back here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it again with the maneuver planner, and after a fixed time, because I'm a little bit after my periapsis. So let's go for 6 seconds would be a minute, so let's give it 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes. Alright, so this shouldn't take too much of my delta V. It would be nice to be able to circularize, but I don't know whether that's how many nodes do I have at the minute? I've got 2 nodes. Oh, no, that's good. Right. Remove all nodes. Create node. Execute next node. Okay, good, right. Should have done the remove nodes things first. Then I'm going to see if I can circularize. I'd like to circularize and then land, but I'll go for landing if it's if that's what I need to do. Looks like okay. I thought that KOC would be nice and in the sunshine, but it's not going to be. Looks like. Burning anytime now. Okay, there we go. Right, how long is it going to be before I get there? It's going to be 4 hours. Oh, okay. It's going to be 4 hours before I get there, so maybe in the sunshine. It should be in the sunshine again when we get there. If I don't know if I can do this, so I'm just setting it to do an autopilot. don't know if this is very clever, actually. Let's quick save. Just in case. I mean, I can always just abort this, tell it to circularize. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have enough delta V left to circularize. I also don't particularly care whether or not this survives. Oh, that's loud. That's very loud. If this burns up and dies, you know, I've got lots of money. This is all really just experimentation to see what works and what doesn't. Because I've got a real problem here, which is that where the landing site is, I should have really tried to skim the atmosphere. And I very much doubt I've got enough to... I may not have enough to delta V to deorbit. Which is kind of funny. Yep, I don't have enough delta V to deorbit. So that's going to be there forever, or slightly more accurately, it's going to be there until I decide to get rid of it. Oh no, it technically won't, because it's just slightly. Well, I mean, it actually will be there forever, because... right, let's abort autoland, because that's not going to work. It is slightly touching the atmosphere, just the tiniest bit. So the periapsis and the apoapsis is going to drop just slightly every time it goes round. But the thing is, it'll only do that if I'm actually playing the game. If I'm actually hooked on this, actually watching this. It's not going to do it other than that. Oh, that's really weird. So there we go. This is basically broken and is going to be drifting, because if I move away from it, if I look at it, it'll just keep on this orbit forever, because it won't undergo atmospheric changes. Except when I'm actually this is the active craft, and I'm not going to sit here for the umpteen million orbits it's going to take for it to crash. So anyway, that was a bit of a failure. That little experiment, that was a bit of a failure. I did not, in fact, get back to the Mun. I really probably, I could have made it. I could have done it. Had I not tried to be fancy, if I just said land anywhere, instead of giving myself a periapsis of 100 with some thought to deorbiting, with getting it. I went to. A periapsis of 100 kilometers, and I should have gone to the proper landing altitude of like 40 odd, and then it would have landed. It would have landed somewhere. It wouldn't have landed at the KSC, which is what I was kind of thought it might be nice to be able to do. But I would have landed somewhere, so I could have made it. I was trying to be too fancy, but that was an interesting experiment. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do hit like and subscribe until what? Like and hit like and subscribe until I have no idea what until would be in this case. Anyway, enjoying, like, subscribe, tell other people, all that kind of good stuff. Find Nearly We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Find us there, and until next time. See, that's where the until comes in. The until comes at the end. So until next time, reach for the stars, and hope you can get back.